I'll read it to you, just a short portion of it. It says, add the following section to the Criminal Code of the State of Alaska. Persons 18 years or older. By the way, 16 is the age of consent in Alaska. 18, everybody is not like the rest of the states where 18 you're running into parents that kids are in high school and they don't want them to smoke pot. It's not like that. 16 is the age of consent in Alaska. You can get married. Persons 18 years or older shall not be prosecuted, be denied any right or privilege, be subject to any criminal or civil penalties for the possession, cultivation, distribution, or consumption of industrial hemp products, and then we enumerate them, hemp medicinal preparations, and then we enumerate them, hemp products for nutritional use, and then we enumerate them, and hemp products for personal use in private, that's smoking. No permit or license shall be required for non-commercial cultivation, transportation, distribution. And then we break down the terms. Hemp means the cannabis plant and every part of cannabis, and then the term industrial hemp products means all this. And then we put in the rights. Hemp medicinal preparations are hereby restored to the available list of medicines in Alaska. Licensed physicians shall not be penalized for or restricted from prescribing hemp preparations for medical purposes to patients of any age. Hemp intoxicating products shall be regulated in a manner similar manner to alcoholic beverages for the purpose of distinguishing personal versus commercial production. 1/2 ounce of cured hemp flowers and leaves shall be considered equivalent to 1 gallon of dry wine. And it was 200 gallons of dry wine. It was the legal limit in California. Per person. So, and then we get down to the part that everybody likes to say, listen, I wrote this part in 91. I modified it a bit in 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, and other initiatives I tried to get on the ballot. But, by the way, you must remember that our organization, the hemp organization, and up until this year, in 28 years, have never asked the public for 1 penny. We funded it out of the money we made from the businesses we did. And Captain Ed and I and Mike Kleiman have funded this thing totally out of our pockets, personally, and never have asked you for help. And this year, we're going to ask you for help. 28 years, and I think if you know, we've done a good job of educating the country on hemp, something that nobody else would have ever done. In fact, when we educated most of the rest of the country, and I think we went through a big degree of having to convince normal, even high times at one time, that we were right about the hemp information. We went through a lot of trouble convincing them. And they were sure we were wrong, and we were going to make a mess of the whole movement if we kept up with it. Anybody remember that? So, the enactment of this initiative calls for an amnesty and a clearing of all criminal records for all people ever convicted of any type. By the way, you can grow as much pot as you want in Alaska, whether it's for industrial use, medicinal use. This law will allow unlimited. There's not going to be 3 pounds or 5 pounds of the government coming back in and inspecting you. And finally, in the amnesty, it clears all criminal records. Everybody in jail, parole, probation, awaiting trial for anything to do with marijuana is free and clear. The records are sealed. There is no more criminal record of him on the ballot. When I go up and start educating people, I'll tell you, most of them say, I can't believe that, and then you show them the facts, you show them truth. Most people, about 80% of people, are really, really honest. And finally, the last thing is I just want to read this one part. Within 120 days following the effective date of this initiative, the legislature shall get together and they shall appoint 2 people will be appointed from the Attorney General, 2 from the Governor, 2 from the Lieutenant Governor, 2 from the Speaker of the House, 2 appointed from the President Pro Tem of the Senate, and the remaining 6 to be chosen from the private sector of the legislature and the House of Representatives. So they're all government people appointed, all government appointees, and their job is to look in, and this is the only part that calls for any reimbursement to people. There's no part that is law that calls for reimbursement. All it says, it calls for them to investigate whether the government did anything wrong, whether the government lied, whether the government kept information away from the public, and then that they're to make recommendations, possibly to be followed, not to be law. They don't have any effect in law, but they have the effect of reporting on whether the people deserve to be, now they're let out of jail after 7 years, maybe they should get an education paid for by the state, or maybe they should get some sort of reimbursement to get their lives back together, or their homes were taken away. And subsequently, we find out it was done in a way that was highly immoral or illegal for the government to act in such a way. And maybe we'll find a way to recompensate these people for what they have lost. It is not a law, it's a suggestion. And we ask the government people themselves, the appointees of the governor and the attorney general, to make up this thing and see if they come to any conclusion that maybe some of us who are in jail deserve to get some reimbursement for that. And I'll tell you, if you say this information with veracity, with all of our energy, we can win this battle in Alaska. This is 45% going in is on our side. So it's not like some mountain to climb. Alaska is the one state we could probably get it done with. You can't speak to 33 million Californians very easily unless you got a lot of money. But we plan to be in every city, in every place in Alaska, over and over, redundantly, in every Eskimo village, from every place where we're going to rent planes, we're going to fly in, we're going to go into every one of these villages, we're going to show them the movies, we're going to show them the information, we're going to show them that 50% of Alaskans do have to be alcoholics by 12 years old. Their main drug and problem. And I'll tell you, they're willing to support this. They are willing to come out of the closet on this because they already have come halfway out of the closet. They can grow marijuana legally there. Thank you.
You're all going to be watching, Jack. All right.
After working all the day, the moment comes when I really want to play and have some fun. Need a little relaxation to chill us out. Need a little recreation, there can be no doubt. I just wanna get high, I wanna fly into the sky. I just wanna let go. I want you to know, love you so.